Hello dear student, how are you all? I think everyone are fine there. So student, today we are going to learn a new poem which is a poem number 2 for your English textbook. So student, the poem number 2 is Wind, which is written by Subramanya Bharati. So today's topic is poem number 2, Wind. It's look like this, is it? When it blows very fastly, what? Wind. Okay, air. When it blows very fastly, it looks like this clouds, okay, or dusty waves, and it is written by Subramanya Bharati. So Subramanya Bharati is a poet for the poem Wind. So student, this poem is a part 1 which is being taken from the book number 1, which is a main book, a textbook, which is given to you all. So student, here backside we are going to write the glossary, whatever coming in this poem, and we are going to discuss briefly each and every stanza of this poem. So student, before beginning with the poem, I would like to give a short introduction about the poem Wind. So the poem Wind is very simple. It is not so complex, or it is not so compound. Okay, do you know the types of sentences? Is it, or the kinds of sentences? Simple, complex, and a compound. So it is a simple poem. It is not like that, a complex one and another one a compound. So it is very simple poem. But this simple poem gives us a very good morality, okay, a very good story in the ending stanzas of this poem. So student, this poem talks about the destruction which is going to take place here on the Mother Earth. So what do you mean by the word destruction? Destruction means finishing of the human being's life. A totally, okay, it is such kind of contradiction, okay, a big kind of destruction, such a kind of big wave is going to become, and it will take away the normal life of the people. So how it would happen? Due to climate change, okay, due to global warming, due to heavy winds blow here and there, due to heavy rain, due to flood, and due to these all kinds of natural disaster. So wind is mentioned here in a two forms. One is good wind and another one is bad or a worst wind. And this wind is really going to affect the human being's life. If these human beings generation affecting the environment, then environment shows its real face to the human being. So this is what we are going to learn here in the poem, all about the nature, all about the environment, okay, what we are going to face in the coming days. So student, let's begin with a beautiful poem Wind, which is written by Subramanya Bharati for your book number 1, and it is a part 1. So before beginning, please open your textbook, come here on the page number which is given 30. Yes, on the page number 30, and the name of the poem is Wind. Okay, so here we got an introduction. So before beginning the poem, let's have a short discussion over the poet. So here we have the poet of the poem is Subramanya Bharati. So what do you know about the Subramanya Bharati? Subramanya Bharati is known as a great Indian poet. He is a great Indian poet. So Subramanya Bharati belongs to Tamil Nadu. He is from Tamil Nadu, a Indian origin poet. So what his contribution in the field of the poem or in the field of the story? Tell me his contribution. His contribution in the field of the poem is He returned, yes, he returned many books and published many magazines, okay, and published many magazines which gives good meaning of Indian freedom struggle, which taught the reader about Indian freedom struggle, about Indian freedom struggle. So student, what do you mean by this phrase, Indian freedom struggle? So what is the meaning of this phrase? Indian freedom struggle is a struggle among the peoples, okay, before Indian independence. All peoples are fighting very hard to get the independence. On the same situation, on the same generation, these kind of poets like Subramanya Bharati start writing the poems, stories, short stories and big lessons. Even they are writing an article in magazines which is motivating the readers to participate in the Indian freedom struggle and take a peaceful step against Britishers. So this Subramanya Bharati became the poet of the poem Wind, and he is telling about a very deep meaning about the poem, okay, in the two sense. In first sense, he is telling the peoples to conserve the environment. In another sense, in the last stanza, he is telling that how the weakers are drawn away but stronger will remain. So this is what he wants to bring, the two meaning from the single poem. So student, here we have discussed about the Subramanya Bharati, and he written the poem Wind. Now we will begin with the beautiful poem which is given here on the page number 30. So before beginning, here the introduction parts says to us, the wind blows strongly and causes a lot of destruction. How can we make friends with that? Now he is telling, the wind which blow very fastly. Do you know wind? It blow from one place to another. It move from one place to another. Do you know air? It move from one place to another. So that's why human beings are alive, because they are in the process of respiration. Then what happens next? Yes, tell me, what happens if the wind blows very fastly from one place to another? Then whatever the things on the earth, they will move according to the wind, and everyone have to face a big challenge, and that challenge is nothing but it is a natural disaster. So this wind is very useful for the human beings. In the same manner, it is too drastic also, which is given here in the introduction. Drastic means a destruction. Okay, so fine. So how can we make friends with it? How can we become a friend of a wind? Can we become a friend of a wind? Yes, by conserving the environment, by growing more and more trees and the shrubs. If there are more trees and the shrubs, then the destruction will not take place so much if you love the environment. But here what is happening? People are not loving, they are hating the environment. If it happens, the wind should have to show its real face. Okay student, so let's begin with the first stanza of the poem. Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. So the first 5 lines of the poem, here the poet is talking to the poem. Who? Subramanya Bharati is talking to the wind. Okay, he is talking to the whole poem. Okay, in the form of a person, he is talking to the wind. Hey wind, come slowly and come softly. The meaning of the softly is slowly and patiently. Write it down. After underlining the word, softly means come slowly. So he is telling, hey wind, come slowly. Don't disturb anyone. He is telling, don't break the shutters of the windows. Do you know the windows? Do you know these shutters? When the wind blows, they start moving here and there. When the heavy wind blows, they will be broken. Yes or no? And they are very sensitive. They are glasses. Then, don't scatter the papers. The papers which were kept on the table, if wind blows very fastly, those papers will move here and there and they will scatter here and there. Okay, and they will fall down on the floor. So he's telling, hey wind, please don't do anything to my very precious and important papers. So he's telling, now don't throw down the books on the shelf. Hey you wind, why are you throwing my books which were kept? Yes, which were kept on the shelf, and you're throwing it down over the floor. Why you are doing this? He's asking a question to the wind. Please don't this, and he is requesting him. Then what happens? There, look what you did. You threw them all down. When the wind did its activity, and he's telling to the wind at last in the conclusion, hey you wind, see what you have did in my room. You thrown each and everything here and there, and each and everything in the sense of scattered. Okay, then what he says, you brought rain again. So what he is complaining, okay, you did all this kind of nonsense things, and what you did, you tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Now he's telling and blaming to the wind. Hey you wind, you torn out the pages which were there inside the books, and after wind and after your presence, then what we have to face? We have to face the rain. So you and the rain are the best friend. When you comes here in the city and in the village, you bring your best friend together, which is rain. So he's talking to the wind. Then what he says, you are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Now he's telling, hey wind, you are so clever. You are so clever. Okay, you are laughing and you are passing the funny things over whom? Over the weaklings. Weakling means some weak peoples can be called here weaklings. Add it here in the glossary. Write it down. Yes. Weaklings. Weaklings means it is a poet is talking to the wind, and the person who is physically weak, okay, or she is frail. Then this wind is playing the game with this kind of persons or a people. Weakling means, okay, yes, a physically weak person called weakling. All right, so here the poet Subramanya Bharati is talking to the wind. Okay, you are making the fun over the weakling person, a weak person who are walking on the streets, and you're blowing so fast, okay, and they are falling down somewhere on the ditch. So it shouldn't happen like this. So why you are playing a game with them and you're making the fun of it? So here the poet is asking a question to the wind. Okay, then comes, he says again, you are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Frail. The word frail means weak and delicate. Yes, the meaning of frail. So student, here you will get the synonym. What is the meaning of synonym? The words which are similar in meaning. So weaklings and frail both are similar in meaning. What it says? It is weak. Okay. It gives the meaning weak. Frail crumbling houses. So what you did? You shattered all the frail crumbling houses. So the meaning of the crumbling means breaking something into the two pieces. Okay, breaking something into two pieces is called crumbling. You have frailed. You had made weak, okay, and you destructed the weak, okay, breaking houses like in the form of huts. So you have broken them, okay, crumbling bodies, okay. And what you did a very big kind of, okay, you did a very big kind of destruction to the weak or the crumbling or the breaking bodies, okay. Breaking body means the persons who are so weak, they are thin, so this wind made them to suffer a lot. Then crumbling lives, so crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, and crumbling lives. So what you did, you broken the houses, you broken the doors, you broken the rafters, okay. What rafter means? Beam. Do you know the beams, okay, where you used to do the exercises, where you used to hang your body, okay, to increase your height? So it is called a beam. And another word, rafter. So you have broken the rafter somewhere from the playground, and crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives. At last you have broken the woods, you have broken the bodies of human beings and the wild animals, and at last you taken the lives of these small creatures. And this poet is talking with the poem Wind, and he is complaining about the wind. To whom? To the wind itself, and side by side he is giving him a knowledge. Then what happens? At last what you did, you broken the hearts of the peoples. So winds, for the some time you are good enough, for the remaining time you are not good, okay. You have broken the hearts of many and many numbers of the peoples, so it shouldn't happen like this. Who is telling? Wind, okay. Subramanya Bharati is talking to the wind and is complaining, okay, about his activity to the wind itself. Fine. So this is what we have learned from the first part, first stanza of the poem Wind. So student, just recall what all the things we have learned here. So in the first stanza of the poem Wind, you learned that the Subramanya Bharati, who written such a beautiful poem in the wind, to elaborate, to tell the meaning in two sense, that this wind is good also and it is bad. Let's make two columns and differentiate in between good wind and bad wind, okay. Fine. Take this also in the glossary. Here we have a good wind, and another we have bad wind, okay. Fine. Good wind, which gives oxygen and fresh air to all living beings and to all creatures, and they will survive by this good end. When this good wind turns into bad wind, then what happens? A destruction. What is the meaning of destruction? It is given there in the introduction part. Destruction means, in Hindi you used to say a vinash, पूरा खत्म हो गया, विनाश हो गया, इसे क्या बोलते हैं हम? Destruction, okay, or distracted. So this bad wind going to, okay, spoil each and everything, okay, from the earth universe, from the mother earth. Then this good wind is better than bad wind, and this bad wind disturbed each and everything there in the room of Subramanya Bharati. So what he did, he broken the doors, he broken the houses, he broken the wood, he broken the lives, okay, even he broken the bodies, he broken each and everything, he broken the, okay, a playing material of the small kids, a rafter, okay, a beam. So each and everything he destroyed. Why? Because the wind is differentiated among good and the bad, and the Subramanya Bharati is telling about the poem Wind to explain the two meanings. So what are these two meanings? One meaning we got here, that wind is a destructive, it is disturbing, it is destroying. Then what is another meaning of the wind? Do you eagerly waiting to learn that another meaning of the wind? Yes? Fine. So student, this is what we have learned the first meaning. Another meaning we are going to learn in the part 2 of this poem. For the time being, take care, watch this video thoroughly. Bye bye.